Hello, my name is Butch, and welcome back to the Small Brain Small Talk podcast. This is episode 3, and we have a new guest on tonight that goes by the name of Ethan. Ethan?
Well, hello there.
Introduce yourself.
Sorry.
I hyped you up. I had a pretty solid intro there, man.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
You have every reason to be disappointed in me. You know, my parents are too. It's fine. You can join the club.
I invited you, and I made you sound like a really cool guy, and you're letting me down.
Yeah, I know.
Due in
you know
less
what?
than
I
4
will-
hours.
Sam,
God,
shut up.
You know,
I
at
will
least
be
I'm
doing
not doing my homework. So
That is
I'm
true.
not bad.
Hey,
I'm doing it before the due date.
Should I start on my cam?
Alright,
Yes.
Ethan, just introduce yourself. Where are you from? Where are you going to school? How do you know Butch?
Sexual
Oh,
orientation.
Well,
alrighty.
favorite game.
Exactly. Alrighty, will do. So I am from the middle of nowhere, also known as Rockford, Minnesota. I went to school in Delano with Butch. That's how we know each other. Pretty cool homie, not gonna lie. I am a complete Uber nerd, and I love things that go fast, particularly Formula One cars. Very interesting race this weekend, if you didn't check it out. I am also a guitar player, and I'm very into progressive metal because I really don't feel like having any friends. That's besides the point. Anyways, I'm going to Iowa State University, so y'all can hate me for that too.
You're really selling the whole no friends thing.
Exactly.
Iowa
Hey,
State, progressive metal,
At least
You know
you're not
what?
into
F1 over
NASCAR.
NASCAR.
Oh no, NASCAR
Exactly.
is shit.
But he's
No,
in
not
Iowa.
NASCAR is
NASCAR
shit.
Circle Simulator.
But he's in
NASCAR.
Iowa.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm just trying to be upfront with you guys. Honesty is the best policy and all.
Yeah.
So you guys went to school together, so that means you
Yeah.
know about the big chicken then.
Oh, absolutely,
Yes.
the chicken.
Because of the big chicken.
Yeah, the chicken. That's the
Rockford is like the next town over.
exactly.
Oh, it
But
was
like worse in every conceivable way.
There's a reason he
Explain.
doesn't go to school at Rockford.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, why is it so bad?
Okay,
It's
so
Rockford.
So basically, I should tell you, pretty much the reason I moved to the Delano school was because my first grade teacher wanted to diagnose me with Asperger's without actually consulting a professional.
Sounds like a good place.
Yeah, right.
You're sold.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the dictionary, if you look up shithole in the dictionary and you search for images, why there'd be images in a dictionary, I don't know. But if you were feasibly able to do that, the picture you would get would be of downtown Rockford, Minnesota.
Lamel, it's funny because you wouldn't actually ever figure out when it was downtown Rockford. You just be like, oh, I'm through Rockford.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like Delano. You drive through and you're like, oh, did you enjoy downtown? You're like, what
It
do you
looks
mean?
like
We
there's
spent 4
a
houses.
fire.
Well, at least
Yeah.
Delano has more to it than just, you know, gas stations.
Big
It looks like it
chicken.
has a
And the chicken.
firehouse and a couple gas stations.
Yeah, pretty much. That's Rockford.
Very epic.
Nice.
Ricky
Yeah.
had a mapping.
I was supposed to get an Arby's, and the city council blocked it, and I'm sad.
Why
I
don't
wanted
they
my
just
damn
block
curly
Arby's?
fries. I have to go like 30 minutes to get curly fries. It's not okay.
Do you like Arby's that much?
No, I really don't. I just want my damn curly fries.
Gavin
I
loves
see.
Arby's.
Arby's is
Yeah.
pretty slapping.
Arby's is
Why?
pretty good. Yeah, that's correct.
Are we
I would-
transitioning into food?
Are we?
Maybe.
I want to ask him what his favorite cornfield is, because he will go to Iowa State.
Oh, my favorite
No.
cornfield.
There's so many out there.
I
Yeah,
had so
there
many
are.
at my house when I lived there.
I would say my favorite cornfield would either be the one that you can have an airsoft war in, or the one that's not currently being harvested and giving me serious allergies. One of the two.
Wouldn't that be a least favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the one that's not being harvested, Brennan.
That's besides the point. Oh, okay. So,
Anyways.
let's
Sound.
the first time I met Ethan.
What is the sound in the background?
Transitions. So,
The sound is the transition.
when I met
It's a
Ethan,
segue.
alright? But, I wanted to tell my story of how I met Ethan.
You can tell your
Oh
story.
no, that is a
We
really good
segue-
story.
Into your
Epic.
segue.
Okay,
Segue
we're
into your story.
Okay, story time with Butch. So, Butch is sitting in band because he's a big loser. And this one dude...
What
and I'm
instrument did
new.
you play?
I played the trombone like a badass, so it makes up for it.
Hey,
You know what?
That's solid.
I fuck with
That
the
is
trombone.
respectable.
Yeah.
fucker's a trumpet player right here. Try to talk.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah,
trumpet.
fuck
You couldn't even
trumpets.
see the ass of the people in front of you.
Yeah, you
Trombone
only have
was-
3 buttons.
Imagine having buttons. I had to slide and like guesstimization skills for which note I was supposed to be playing. I'm like, yeah, that looks about right. So I'm sitting in band, and this random dude that I'll call him John turns and looks at me, and he's like, "Hey, you see that kid over there? Yeah, him? Yeah, he's the vice president's son." And I look at the guy, and I look at Ethan, and I look over just in time for Ethan to be lining up a fake gun in his hands, and he's pretending to line up a shot, and he just goes, and like pretends to shoot me, and realizes that I was watching him do that whole thing, and then he just put his hand down very slowly back onto his baritone, and just looked to the front of the room, and didn't look at me for the rest of the band. And then I looked back at John, and I'm like, dude, that is no one's son. Like,
Holy shit!
In my brain, I just said, check this kid as an avoid. Like, don't ever like consult with him. Like, don't hang out with him. Don't anything if you want to get anywhere.
This is what, like 6th grade, somewhere around there.
So I then proceeded to not even get within 10 feet of Ethan for like 2 years. Like, I just.
How was that plan going out now?
Oh well, Ethan improved slightly.
Yeah,
Then he's friends with other
You
people I
weren't
knew.
fake finger gunning him in band class
Did you
anymore?
improve or
Yeah,
did you
Don't
exactly.
fake finger gun Ethan. I just actually fucking shoot him now.
exactly.
That's why
Well,
he's
no. Then you and I did the same fencing club, and that was a banging time.
Yeah, just to make
Fencing.
matters a little bit worse, we were in a fucking fencing club, and that's where I
Hey,
saw him.
Wow.
Oh no.
That fencing club was
Fencing
rad.
is lit.
Yeah.
Fencing was lit, but I just see Ethan, and I'm like, this guy. Of course you'd be at a fencing club.
This guy.
I am here too.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, that's my story of how that's the first encounter of Ethan.
Exactly.
Don't even know how I ended up actually meeting him. I think it was just a conversation at lunch. And we both had like the same something. We both knew the same thing. We're like, Lamau, something in common.
Did you ever ask him like about the finger guns like
No,
experience?
really.
Oh, it
Like-
never came up. It only came up like 4 years later, where Brandon was like, "Wait, you remember this shit?" And I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, I do."
Yeah, I just like the moment I saw him, I'm like, I plan to never speak with this child ever again. I'm like, this John guy, he seems pretty cool, but this Ethan kid, nah.
Do
I'm
you
gonna
remember
avoid
why
him.
you did it, Ethan? Like,
I think he was just
No.
kind
I was a strange child in my early years. I'll just say that. I don't know. I have zero explanations. I
You
can
and
only try
Gavin
to atone
both.
for my sins.
just truly an odd fellow.
Exactly.
Now he's
finger guns. Ethan does finger
intelligent.
guns. Gavin licks shoes. It's about the same.
Sucks apples.
yeah.
Gavin
Hey,
also
that was
fucks
not like a
apples.
topic.
That talked about
Excuse-
fingers.
Okay. What?
Don't worry about it. Some dude liked fingers. That's all we need to know.
He
I don't
likes
know
toes.
anything. I've heard
Stop.
of fingers.
Of course,
This guy was
Tom
like,
was
oh,
This is slander.
I haven't had the
toe thing-
chance to see your fingers yet. And I was like, excuse me? That's kind of an odd statement, good sir.
Wait, is this someone from back home, Brennan?
No, like right now, like
Oh,
yesterday
okay,
at a
okay.
party. This dude
I
was
was
like
gonna
talking to
say.
this chick, and I was like not paying attention at all. And I listened back in on the conversation just in time for him to say, "I never got the chance to actually see your fingers. Can I see them?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about? Why do you need to see her fingers?"
That's a little weird.
You know, man,
That's a weird
whatever
man.
whatever does it for you. We don't kink shame here.
Ah, yeah, we do.
I'm gonna
Oh,
simply
yeah.
acknowledge and let you guys make your own consensus.
That's
Sam,
what you
hit me
ever
with the
find out,
whirly whirl.
Oh, the phone's far.
Sam.
Sam, blow your sound.
What's this?
Butch, I have a question for you.
Me?
Yeah,
Keep.
you,
Yes.
Butch. How'd you
Yes.
bowl yesterday?
Oh, I bowled a game of 138.
That's
Wow,
all.
try.
Very
What up?
epic. I almost
is-
got a turkey, but instead I got 2 strikes and a spare, which makes me big sad.
That is big sad.
Big
Sam,
sad.
do the
Bad.
noise again.
He's bad. What?
Do the noise again.
We. There.
Ricky, take that clip and just use that as the transition sound.
It's forever the
Why not
transition
take
sound.
the clip of the actual sound that I have playing?
No,
or
'cause I
or
like
do
yours
Sam's
better.
version.
Better.
Should we just all do that at the same time and that's the transition sound?
Just no editing it in. Just make the noise yourself.
Like we just record the clip of all of us going "Wee," and that's forever the new transition sound.
I'm down.
Wait, why don't we do this? Now?
Now, it's happening now. Butch has chosen. Now. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Wait, why is
There.
that a transition?
The new transition sound. Okay, we did transition to food or something.
Yeah, we can talk about the Travi Fatty Patty then,
Oh,
I
right,
see.
the Krabby Fatty Patty.
because like you guys all seem to like it, and I thought it was
I haven't had one because they
Garbage.
don't have it up here in Fargo.
They ran
And we
out.
went there, and the nice lady at the cash register looked at me and saw my age and knew that exactly the question I was going to ask. And I surprised her by asking for nuggets instead.
Impossible.
you
They had a
wanted
little.
the
I went
Travi
there
Scott.
last night, and they had a little sheet of paper saying, "We ran out of the Travis Scott burger. Sorry for the inconvenience."
I don't understand how you can
McDonald's
run
over
out.
It's like
Just-
it's literally saying
I
we
know,
ran
how
out
do you
of
run out of
bacon.
burger?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably did run out of bacon.
Dude, the
That's
dining center at my building actually ran out of bacon today when I was ordering my sandwich, and I was not happy about it.
I'm
That
out.
is a damn shame. They should be fucked.
My friend got a Travis Scott burger the other. My roommate got a Travis Scott burger, and he opened it up when he got home, and I was in the next room over, and I just heard a blood curdling scream, and I came in, and he was like, "Dude, my Travis Scott burger doesn't have bacon on it." And then he immediately immediately threw it on the ground and just stormed out of the room and came back in like 20 minutes. He's like, "Don't worry, I got a new one."
Oh,
He was like,
Did he like go there with his receipt?
No, he just left and just bought a whole other one.
Yeah.
He was
I got a
"This is bacon." And he got another Sprite just so he could order a Sprite with extra ice.
What the? Okay.
Why would you order a Sprite with extra ice? It's less.
That's how you
That's
order
how-
the Travis Scott burger.
That's how
He likes it with
Cactus
extra ice.
Jack gets it.
Yeah, it's Cactus Jack.
This Travis Scott, he's the guy from Fortnite, right?
Yeah, the Fortnite
Yeah, Epic
Travis Scott
Fortnite
guy.
Yeah. Yes, definitely
The
Fortnite Travis Scott.
sellout.
I gotta say, Epic is really good at creating characters, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, Ninja.
painting them
Hitler.
into. Yeah,
Real life.
Two of
Yeah,
the greatest
exactly.
actors to ever live.
they straight up made up a music artist, and then made a burger for McDonald's. So
They made
You know?
a human. They
They
based
made
him
a
off of Fortnite.
I can't believe they made Thanos from Fortnite into a real thing.
Exactly.
Brennan, shut your mouth.
it is actually unbelievable
Yes.
where technology has taken
I
us
don't want to
today.
talk about Fortnite anymore, please, for the love of God.
Yeah,
Ethan.
I agree. What is this
Hey.
heresy?
I
Should
love
we talk
Fortnite.
about? Should we talk about Adam's Fortnite addiction?
No.
Oh,
Oh, fuck off, Gavin. You have bigger league problems.
Yeah, except it's league.
Let us not
Fortnite.
get into either of those.
Ethan, are
Yeah,
you
it's
on
something a
campus
rabbit
at
hole.
Iowa State?
I am. Thank the Lord. Thanks, Brennan. Love you too.
How is it there?
End my suffering. That's all I have to say. Apparently, okay, get this. So, mask mandates everywhere, right? You know, because COVID capital of the world and shit. But apparently, if you're an Iowa State student and you get caught off campus without a mask, they can still punish you for it. Which, you know,
Punished.
yeah, which, you know, to me doesn't make sense on two levels. First of all, you're off campus, so you don't have jurisdiction. It's not like Iowa State has any sort of, you know, legal jurisdiction outside their own campus. That's stupid. Second of all, how in the ever-loving fuck are you supposed to walk up to me off campus and immediately know you go to school here, so we're gonna slap you on the wrist or some shit?
You're
I
wearing
really
an
don't
Iowa
know.
State sweatshirt.
Yeah, except, you know, I have some basic, you know, I'm not a sellout, so I don't do
Normal
that
clothing.
shit.
Normal
Yeah,
people
exactly.
clothing.
Generically
just-
broke and
if you-
generically white. You're a college student.
Just-
Well,
just-
true.
here's the
it
thing,
seems
Brennan.
all
How would
people-
you describe that I dress, Brennan? It's a unique kind of thing.
Abnormally nice for
Yeah.
no good reason. I'll be like, oh, let's go to the beach, and Ethan would show up in a tuxedo, and we'd be like, okay, very cool, Ethan. Thank you for that.
All right, let me just give you some context, right? 10:30 p.m. You know, Sunday night, right? You know, I'm just sitting up here on this podcast with a nice old pair of jeans and a sweater. Like I'm actually dressed as if I'm going to dinner.
You're dressed like you're gonna show up to the podcast, but instead you're just gonna be a
I have
puppet.
my joggers high
Yeah,
waisted
exactly.
and
Yeah.
pulled up wearing socks and Birkenstocks.
You
I'm
kind of
wearing
sound
no
like a
clothes.
female. From
Yeah.
how
I'm
you
wearing
dress
my
right now.
Coke t-shirt.
I'm sitting in my underwear. No one could say otherwise. In fact, I'm gonna take my pants off now just to
What
prove
are you-
this point.
What are
How
you
would
gonna
that prove
do?
the
Stop
point? We
me?
couldn't.
What are you gonna do? Stop me?
I mean, Sam could theoretically stop you, Butch.
I mean, I do
I-
talk big when I don't have pants on.
He
don't.
knows where you live.
I do, but I don't want to run over there. And someone has
He
to let
could.
me in the
He could
building.
theoretically
This is
break.
locked. What am I gonna do?
Yeah,
gonna
he has
get-
to let me in.
Am I gonna
He-
go down with no pants on and let him in, and then go back up and sit in my chair so he can force pants on me?
Sam could theoretically break into your dorm room.
I don't have.
If he really wanted to.
Would he? No. But Sam could. Sam is a man of that caliber.
Then again, so could Adam.
Adam could.
Yeah.
Adam wouldn't do it. Though.
Why hasn't
Why would
Adam
I-
met Butch yet?
What?
It just never happened.
Adam
It
has
is
not
not
met
happening.
Butch yet.
Oh
You
my
haven't
god.
met Butch yet? Dude, Butch
I
is the
haven't.
greatest
Think
man
of
that ever lived.
I did.
I have heard.
The legends.
Yeah.
The
The guy
legends.
that works at the dining hall.
Steven's in the background.
He's in the background.
Special guest appearance. Steve.
Sounds like we're gonna have to meet up
Oh
sometime.
fuck.
You're gonna
Yeah.
have to meet the legendary Butch.
Mm-hmm.
Your,
I'll have
your,
to-
your
Raise your
reputation
presence
precedes
someday.
you.
All right.
Yeah.
I should be good now.
What's your Okay, this is kind of going backwards, but what's like the number one thing you've done at Iowa State so far? I mean, how you've been there for like what, like 2 weeks or something?
I've been here since the first week of August, dude.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Okay,
He's-
it's been a hot minute.
what's
He's
the
grinding over there.
number one memory
No,
so far?
man.
What
The
bumped at
number
college?
The number one memory at college, like
Yeah.
good or bad.
I don't know. Like, okay, well, what's more memorable? Something good happening or something bad happening?
That's a good question. Okay, so so this is probably my first week down here. We were just, we were just like hanging on campus. Class hasn't started yet. Brennan, would you like to share with them what happens in Iowa just all the time for no reason?
Can I get a pause real quick? Diego, change your mic sensitivity, bud.
Why?
We're picking up your fan.
Boo.
I can't hear it.
Not very cash money of you, man.
All right, let's
Nerd.
Sponsor
There we go.
RTX.
all right. Resume your story.
All right,
Oh,
Brett,
right. So every like fucking 5 minutes, Iowa just decides to have like it just goes on its period like once a month, and just like all hell breaks loose, and all power is lost across the entire state, and just like trees are falling, houses leveled. The weather just goes to shit all the time in Iowa. It's terrible.
it's the land where God did not finish creation. That's not Australia. So essentially, I'm just, doing my thing, and then I notice that at noon, there's like no light coming from anywhere, pitch black outside, and I go outside and there's just clouds running across the sky, and, thunder, rain, everything. So basically, at this point, I hear from just the populace that there's this ludicrously powerful storm that's coming, right? So I did what any sane man from suburban Minnesota would do, and I went outside to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
as you do. But we were forced to come back inside.
Oh my
and
god.
Here's the thing. I live in Friley Hall, and if y'all know anything about Friley Hall, it's one of the biggest dormitories in the U.S., all right? So it's 5 stories and like 6 blocks long or some shit. It's it's gargantuan, all right? So in a school that's been so goddamn like over the top about their COVID policies and restrictions or whatever, I get called down and dragged into the basement of the building with like half of fucking Friley Hall, all just packed in like sardines in the basement. The fact that all of us did not get the Coors Light virus is like goddamn astounding. I still have no idea how this happened.
Did you get to see the storm?
I got
Yeah,
to
he went to
see,
the bottom of a fucking
I got to see
dormitory.
for
What the hell
like
do you
5 minutes
think?
of it. I got to see like 5 minutes of it. It
Were you
pretty
smart
bad.
about it?
What
And
do you
you
mean?
like when you went out, did you go out with like a giant metal frying pan to try and catch the lightning or no?
Not only did I do that, I grabbed the biggest metal frying pan I could find. I also broke into my neighbor's room, stole his Bluetooth speaker, and just blasted Metallica "Ride the Lightning" as I was running across the parking lot.
That's what we like to hear.
This sounds
Did
productive.
you try and reenact the scene from Ratatouille where they cook with the lightning?
I couldn't find a mushroom that was like twice the size of my fucking body, but if I did, I would have done that.
Too bad.
That's a shame. Yeah, missed opportunity, honestly.
Absolutely. I was depressed for like a week. I ended up, I ended up with a hefty Pop-Tart addiction. It was not good.
I had one of
Those are
those.
dangerous things.
Yeah, exactly.
Good thing I ran out.
I didn't beat
Pop-Tart.
that.
Real quick, Pop-Tarts, do you toast them or eat them raw?
You know,
Raw.
raw.
Depends
Yeah.
on the time.
I mean, like, I
Right,
guess
man.
you could toast them, but like, who's gonna put in that amount of effort?
Yeah,
I don't have
it's
a
just too much
toaster.
work, man. They're perfectly
Never
fine
had a toasted
cold.
Pop-Tart ever.
Also, I would just like to give a shout out to the local Walmart in Ames that has a 48 pack of Pop-Tarts for like $7.50.
That's
No
a
way.
dangerous thing.
I mean,
Anyone reuse Pop Tarts?
Shut up. No one freezes Pop Tarts.
I have heard of that being done. And
What is-
I don't do
That
it.
is awful.
You freeze Pop Tarts, and we
Is
all
that
know it
person
now.
still living?
You know, I think it's
Uh,
time for a
honestly,
crusade,
I haven't
boys.
heard
That's
from
my
them.
vote.
While, but I know that they did do it. They
Why?
probably did that
Why
after.
would you freeze a Pop Tart?
Can
I
we
don't know,
end
man.
them?
Like what goes through your
What
mind
have
to
I
go, this is what I want to do today.
Brennan,
I want to
Brennan.
get up, put
Yes.
some Pop Tarts in
Remember back to Stalker's class. What time is it?
Oh, it's Crusade o'clock.
Exactly. What the fuck
I
are
like
you
that
doing
one.
freezing a Pop Tart?
I don't know. I just wanted to know what your guys' opinion on it. Because when they told me about it, I was like, that is one of the weirdest things I have ever heard of. Because you lose that soft, gooey inside that a
Dude,
Pop
that's
Tart
like
is. known for.
downright heresy. It's
I've never heard
sacrilegious.
someone describe a Pop Tart that way, and now I feel very uncomfortable. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Well, it is. Like my personal Pop Tart of choice is like
of the Pop Tart.
How can it be
Please
soft
stop.
and gooey?
I don't know. He didn't. Not my words. His.
Top 10
Uh,
questions
so, like,
science still can't answer.
look at the
How
s'mores ones,
soft
right?
and gooey.
Exactly.
And so it's a mushroom is soft and the chocolate fudge is gooey.
A mushroom.
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 Did I say mushroom?
Yeah.
I was thinking about ratatouille still.
Mushroom slap, but get the fuck away from my Pop Tarts. You
Hey,
have no place there.
A mushroom Pop Tart would still be better than the fucking cupcake ones, don't at me.
But would it be better frozen?
Don't. No.
S'mores Pop Tarts are disgusting.
No.
S'mores Pop Tarts are not good.
No,
S'mores
they
Pop Tarts
really
are
are
one of the
not.
greatest.
I do not like some more Pop Tarts. Some people
Cherry
eat
ones
them.
slap.
Cherry
That's
slap.
No.
Cherry
slaps.
flavor.
You know, unpopular opinion.
Cherry is best.
Unpopular opinion. Brown sugar Pop Tarts are the shit.
They
Never
are
had that.
they are good.
Yeah, love them. That's my stuff.
I casually mentioned how people like their Pop Tarts prepared, and now we've had a 5-minute rant about Pop Tarts. And
I'm
the
just
sped
saying,
Turn on my
like,
phone
Modest.
ready.
freezing them.
we're poor college kids. That's all we can
Eat
afford.
cereal and milk.
I don't like cereal.
No, I can't
Wait.
talk to you anymore.
Have you guys
Bruh,
ever
that's
I
not
don't
very
even
seen
cool.
Pop Tart cereal before?
Did you just say Pop Tart cereal?
No, there's Pop Tart cereal.
It's
There
bad.
is.
Why does
Yeah,
that not
I
surprise
have
me?
partaken in it, and it's like
I kind of want to try that.
Ricky, you can back me. It's like almost like the puffed mini wheats, but it's not as grainy. It's much more of like a Lucky Charms marshmallow crunch kind of to it, and inside is
Marshmallow or
just
mushroom?
both. And inside it's like a little. It's either cherry or strawberry flavoring.
That sounds like it would slap.
Ricky,
It's
insert a
a-
picture.
I've seen
It
this
has
anywhere.
a foul aftertaste.
It does. It was
Oh.
much more a dry snack food than it was an actual cereal food, in my opinion.
Unfortunately.
Cereal's nasty.
Cereal's the best thing ever.
I don't
That's
like
what
things that
drives
are
me.
soggy.
Then don't
So,
let
like,
it sog.
if I don't-
Yeah.
if-
Eat it quickly, dude. It's
If
not
I
that
don't
hard.
eat it fast enough,
It's
I
not
don't
even
eat it.
that.
Winning
Dry
competition with
Cheerios
cereal.
like a toddler.
Your little fists around a handful of Cheerios and
no milk. My roommate eats his cereal with Arizona.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh,
Like,
You wanna grab
inside
them
of
real
it?
quick?
To hear that.
I hate sleeping in the same room as like a fucking criminal at this point.
Is he here?
Yeah,
Like
can
he's
you talk
in the
to him
next
real
room over.
You know,
Can you
of
grab
all the
him so we can
things
discuss this?
Of all the things I needed in life,
I
that
don't
was
know where he is at this
definitely
point.
not one of them.
Have you ever
What
tried
is-
cereal with anything other than milk?
Me?
Water?
Yeah.
Water by accident.
Okay.
Yeah, that
How?
was not a
Okay,
good
wait,
time.
hold up. How did you accidentally try cereal?
Brennan had what he thought was milk, but it turned out it was just a carton of fucking milk-looking water. And I poured it in and took a sip, and I was like I had a spoonful. I'm like, wow, that tastes like ass. And then I had just a spoon of the liquid. I'm like, this is literally water. Why did we buy a carton of water that looks like milk? This is terrible. And then I threw the whole thing away, and my day was ruined.
I really hope you're talking about skim milk right now.
No, it was literally just it was a carton of 2% milk that just got fucked.
Oh, I
What's
see.
it called?
Lamau, it was actually 1%, the best percent of milk.
Nah,
That's a
2%
lie
best.
and you know it.
2% best.
1% is
2%.
gross, dude.
1% is best percent.
Fake fucking news.
Yeah.
Personally, I prefer
Anymore.
goat milk, but that's just me.
You prefer what now, Diego?
Goat milk.
Oh, mom milk is the best.
Ah, now see.
Listen, all
Now
I'm
you're
saying is,
speaking my language.
do we really want to trust the man who has a broken back on his preferred choice of milk? The dude with presumably the weakest bones here.
Who has
I'm
weakest
lactose
I
intolerant.
have the strongest bones because I was able to withstand that force, Buckaroo.
Weren't.
How's
That's
your
why your
back
back
going?
broke.
Only one
You
of
weren't
the
able
bones
to
broke.
withstand the
Only
force.
one
That's why it
bone broke.
Only one. You know how many
If it
bones I've
broke, you
broken?
did withstand it. That's,
0.
Shut up.
Eh.
You just sat in your room all the time. Can't break bones when you're gaming.
I'm sorry.
Strat, you got me there.
I do homework sometimes.
You've never
Okay,
broken a
you can't
bone?
break bones while doing homework now, can you?
I've never broken a bone.
How? I've broken both
Broken
ankles twice.
Both of your ankles or both of Gavin's?
Both of my ankles I've broken twice. I've broken my wrist, my left wrist. I've
What
broken
else
multiple
is the
fingers.
wrist? It's just the worst thing ever because everyone's always like, "Oh, how did you do that?" And then they just die a little inside.
Exactly.
I hate it. The cast, not being able to like move, and then they take the cast off, and your arm smells like absolute shit.
Remember,
Wash it.
with
Can you
mine
show?
went to they cut the cast off, and the saw is just one hot ass motherfucker. That was terrible.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah,
Like,
they're like, "Time to cut it off," and I'm like, "Wow, this is kind of cool technology." Like,
Uh huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
but Isaac, I gotta say, imagine that smell taken off the cast, but your whole body because you have a body cast.
Oh,
Lol.
that's enough in the chat, dude.
Yeah,
I
that was not
broke. I put a massive crack in my shoulder blade because I fell off a mini bike doing too many fucking miles an hour. But I did it right before the 4th of July weekend, and so I couldn't do shit. Very much not a good time. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend.
How
No.
did you wait?
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
You fell off the bike?
Okay,
Yes.
so here's what happened. So I was over at a buddy's house riding
just
this
from
mini
where he
bike.
was sitting.
Yeah, and he was so the driveway was elevated by like 10 or 15 feet, and on the other side they had like a tire swing, and
Uh-huh.
all the guys when I'd gone around the house the last time were in the garage, right, all the way up the hill, and so I did not expect anyone to be outside. So I did another lap around the house, came over the driveway, and then like 10 feet in front of me, this just 6'3" ginger man flies out from the behind the tree, like. Just it appears like
It's a gnome.
clips
a large
into air.
gnome.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking garden gnome comes around the corner on this tire swing, almost decks me in the head. So like I jerk the handlebars to the side to try to avoid him. But if any of you have ever been on a mini bike, they don't like to turn very well. So it just kind of decided, yeah, chief, I'm about to head out, and just slid out from underneath me. And I did like my best impression of a slip and slide, right on my shoulder blade.
That's
You know,
right.
that just
That's
sounds
not
like
big.
every time, honestly.
The only reason I asked is because I was talking to some people yesterday, and they told me they flipped a jet ski trying to beach it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how it happened. They didn't know. They didn't tell me how it happened.
In the podcast last episode, I
What?
remember hearing about this.
No. This is a new thing. This happened like a few days ago.
I want to hear more about this. Is
I
there
have
more
no
to this
idea.
story?
So I was asking them about it, and they said, oh, they were doing like donuts out on the lake, and then they were coming in to beach the jet ski, and they were like 20 yards from shore, and all of a sudden it just tips over, and like gets submerged. They're
it's
going
not
like
easy to do that.
I don't understand how they did it. They were going like 2 miles per hour,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Was it
Uh,
like was
where
it one
was
of those ones that you like stand up on and it's basically just a wakeboard, or like an actual full jet ski?
No, it was a full jet ski.
God damn, that's impressive.
Man,
Where were
many
they,
times.
This is how terrible they are.
Where were
Yeah,
they
right.
jet skiing?
What?
Where were they jet skiing?
In a lake.
Thanks.
Oh, it wasn't a shark.
No,
Front over
there was
end?
no weight.
Like,
There was no
side-
weight to have them like flip on. So
They
Yeah.
weren't doing it awake?
They just have
What?
to get good.
the noise,
No, we
Ricky,
made it earlier.
What?
Ricky, the noise.
What noise?
What noise? That's
you go.
not. Oh,
Ricky.
I thought you meant there was like a noise coming from my mic.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about.
No, I meant the transition. Okay, Pizza Ranch.
Oh, Pizza Ranch. Fuck Pizza
Oh,
Ranch.
Oh,
Little-
dude. Okay, so I used
Trans a little.
to. back in the day, I was on the math team, right? Because we've been over the fact that I have
Big
zero
nerd friends.
Yeah, exactly. So I was on the I was on the math team, but I did it for two reasons. One, because basically it was an excuse to get out of school early and just dick around with the boys. And second, because we always got discounted pizza afterwards. Very nice. And we would always go to the pizza ranch in town. And there was this one fucking kid on the math team who was like, this was high school, by the way, whose quote unquote form of bullying was taking chocolate pudding, smearing it all over cheese pizza. He called it chalky pizza and just consistently threw it at me.
Wait, what?
Like chalky pizza strike.
Yeah, he would just from across the fucking cafeteria, I would just hear, "Hey Ethan, it's chalky pizza," and then I would just see this mass of fucking this.
Ethan, I got a math problem for you. Chocolate pudding plus cheese pizza equal chalky pizza.
Yeah, and then immediately after, he would run up and pour as much salt and pepper as he could into my shoes.
Ew. What is
Why were your shoes off?
Who? Why did this happen to you?
I've been trying to figure this out for the past 3 or 4 years, dude. I cannot give you an answer.
What the fuck,
That
dude?
kid
Was
reminds me
it
of a lot of
just to you,
Gavin.
or did he do this to everyone?
No, just to me. Just to me.
Were you a better math at him?
Yes, I was better at everything than him. He was an actual fucking child.
Listen, someone who makes chalky pizza and throws it at people shouldn't be good at anything other than
No.
throwing chalky pizza.
He wasn't even good at it. He never hit me once.
Oh, I was like, he was born for one thing, and that was throwing chalky pizza, and he even failed at that task.
Exactly.
Big sad.
This
What
guy
is
gets,
wrong with your school?
Yeah, what the fuck?
so many things. This guy gets high at the Dairy Queen probably half of the days now.
What the?
Who is this?
What am I listening to?
You can say the name, we'll bleep it out.
Brennan, this was Gavin.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, I'm not bleeping that
Now
out.
they're gonna know.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Hey, it's fine.
that's
Gavin's
Gavin.
gonna at me whenever he fucking wants. It's
I can hear chalky pizza, but I couldn't figure out. I'm like, I can hear so many people saying that, but
yeah.
ooh.
Doesn't that make sense though?
It does. I can perfectly envision his voice saying chalky pizza, then throwing it at you.
I think the one last.
Across the floor with pepper shakers.
I think the one last thing.
no.
Oh fuck! There was one more. He did one more. He had a piece of topsoil, right? The topsoil with the grass still attached to it, and he took this, and it was just this, it was just a regular ass latex blue balloon that he had clipped to it with a sandwich or with a chip bag clip or whatever those things are, and he called it Dimitri and just kept trying to sneak it into my backpack.
It's quite elaborate.
Fuck, man.
I'm so confused.
Gavin,
I know.
this
It's
is pretty much your apple ruse, but
Yeah.
instead of an apple, it's chalky pizza. You
This
even
is
beat
the
at your own
This
game.
This is the
This
caliber
dude.
of bully that we're working with in Minnesota.
Gavin, do you want to
Gavin, you
explain
gotta meet
your
up
Apple
with
thing?
Gavin.
This man is inspiration. I need to go talk to him.
Do you want to explain your Apple thing?
My own.
Because, the chalky pizza reminds us a lot of your Apple fucking experience. If,
Okay,
you,
that hasn't happened yet.
What?
if
Don't
you'd
worry
like to
about it.
explain.
I'm worried about it. Who's fucking apples?
Okay.
Yeah, right. I need an explanation now.
Keep an open
It's not
mind.
literal, all right? It's not literal.
Just
So,
listen to the
I
first
I really
episode.
hope not.
My
I
whole
hope
plan was that when I went to college, the way I'd make friends is okay, this is a bad idea, but the way I'd make friends is I'd find
he's
people
improved.
who looked weird and I'd throw apples at them. And then on campus, I'd be known as the apple fucker. Because, I just throw apples at people. And people would come and search me out to figure out who is the apple fucker? Who is this man that throws apples at weird people?
No.
Apparently,
It's like, you
Gavin has
notice
already done this.
that no one wants to be around. It's immediately, they'd be like, "Oh look, it's the apple fucker." Like they won't try to track you down; they'll just see you. Like, what are you gonna do? Just run away? Be like, "Oh, can't get me! I'm the apple fucker." Just immediately
He's like
what the fuck? Why did you throw an apple at me?
See, there's bad plans, and then there's whatever that was.
That is
Bad friends, and then there's Gavin's
It's
friends.
funny. It's funny.
That's
but
a
horrible.
children's fable.
Gavin,
what?
the legend of the apple fucking lives on.
Legend of the Apple Fucker, episode season 3.
That needs to be the title of this podcast, is episode 3,
Legend
The
of
Legend of the Apple Fucker.
Personally, I think it has a lot of chances for working well. But I mean, if you guys don't
The
think
Apple Fucker.
Okay, Gavin, just to put this in perspective, where did other Gavin end up? After throwing chocolate
on
pizza.
a famous podcast, and Butch and E know him, so like clearly a man.
Does he have friends? Does he have friends, Gavin?
I don't know.
He has the guys he sells weed to. I guess that counts.
That's the path you're going down right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who's on the hockey team just has this weird connection
Yeah.
of drug dealing and hockey. Those are the only two things they have in common.
Gavin, that's
And
you.
throwing-
That's you
and
to a
throwing
T.
stuff at
Did he
people.
play hockey? I
I think
legitimately
he did.
don't
Honestly, I
remember.
don't know if Gavin did. Gavin was the chalky pizza guy. I
Yeah,
used to talk to him, and then, well, he's the chalky pizza guy. He's interesting.
exactly.
He's a character.
Oh,
See, he's a
100%.
character,
Our school
you know?
was full of characters, Brennan. We would have like podcasts on end full of stories of dumbasses from our school.
I can't think of
Another day.
higher praise than he's a character, personally.
God bless his soul.
That's because you ain't got high standards, bud.
Wow, I see how your idea goes. Just take a
Apple
pop shot.
fucker. The Apple Fucker is in a high standard. If I were to make an adjustment to the Apple Fucker, it wouldn't be throw them at them. Just awkwardly throw it at their, like, just roll it to their feet. Just be like, have an apple, and then just like aggressively roll it at their feet, and they'll like awkwardly dodge it, or just like it'll just awkwardly roll up and like bump their foot.
And
Why
you should
gotta
write
be
a
awkward?
message
Why
on
can't
it.
it be like assertive, you know?
Whatever. The apple just rapidly approaches their feet, and then they like look down. They're like, "Why is there an apple here?" And then they look
Apple
up and just see
is
you
high
scuttle in the
speed.
opposite direction. Because if you hit them with the apple, they're like, "I'm pissed. Someone just threw a fucking apple at me."
Yeah, but like if you hit him, like then you're known, right? You just roll people apples.
I
Like,
think
like,
if you
people
like
aren't
roll,
that curious.
I think if you roll an apple at their feet and scuttle away like a degenerate, I imagine you will be pretty well known.
I'm not gonna
That's more
scuttle
effective.
away. Excuse you. Scuttling away is not how we do things here.
He's gonna
okay?
saunter away.
Okay, you're the apple gremlin. You need to scuttle.
No, I'm not. See, that's the problem. If I roll people apples and I scuttle away, I won't be known as the apple fucker. I'll be known as some like apple Pokemon
Gremlin.
or whatever, right? Gremlin, whatever. Okay.
We lost one.
He's
No,
bad.
back.
Yeah.
Welcome
Be
back.
called
Adam.
Applejack.
I aggressively throw it at specific people. You know, it's like a public service.
But you're bad at throwing. You would
That's
miss.
public service.
One word,
True.
rock. If I turn you into the rock fucker, you're immediately like a public menace who's just fucking stoning people in public.
Yeah,
What's the difference between an
yeah.
apple? Apples are hard too.
What do
No,
you
but
mean?
apples you can eat. You know, there's a benefit to
Oh my
having an
God.
apple.
You can eat a rock.
If I
What's
throw an
stopping you
apple-
from eating a rock?
You can use a rock as a door
Remember
stop.
a rock.
If you get clocked in the face by an apple, you're not gonna be like, I better eat this now. You're gonna immediately pick up the apple and throw it at the dude that's running the opposite direction.
Well, I mean, if you're built different, you might eat it. You know, and that's what I'm trying to,
Listen,
you know,
listen,
order.
how fast do you run?
Not very.
Not
Very
very.
slow, very slow.
There's one that weird guy
I can outrun
that
him with a
alleged,
broken back.
there's one that alleged weird guy, one state and track, and he runs you down and just beats your ass with an apple. Then you won't
He
be known
run-
as the apple fucker. You'll be known as the guy that got fucked over by an apple.
The guy who got
Hold on.
fucked by an apple.
You got
Yeah.
fucked by an apple.
My,
Straight-
how the turntables.
And now the track dude's cool and has friends because he just beat the shit out of the apple fucker, and the
Yeah.
apple fucker is bruised and penetrated by some apple.
All right. Two thoughts. One, I just helped someone's life, so whatever, right? Two, you're telling me that I'm gonna get beat by a track person?
How
Yeah.
did you help someone's life?
Track people
You're
only have
missing-
legs.
No, no,
They're
no, no,
legit
no.
legs. Their head's on top of a leg, dude. That's all they are.
You're missing one very important thing. He just told you that you got penetrated by an apple. How are you not mentioning this?
I got
Pegging?
penetrated by
He's
an
used
apple.
to it.
Hey, pegging? Are we moving on to come and peg?
No.
We're not done with Pizza Ranch yet. There's
True.
too much to
Oh,
I
say
don't,
about
think
that.
I don't think we actually told the story you wanted to tell about Pizza Ranch. We got distracted by Chalky Pizza. That's my
Right, Pizza
beat.
Ranch. Who wants to talk about Pizza Ranch?
You had a story, Butch.
I did? Did I have a
Yeah.
story about Pizza Ranch?
Yeah.
I have a bunch of like weird random shit about Pizza Ranch, like people who would put chicken in the soup, like they would like look at me in the eyes as they would like slide an entire fried chicken into the soup, and I'd just be like, "Why did you do that?" And they would just be like, and they would walk away. Oh, wait, I remember. So Pizza Ranches have those miniature basketball courts, right?
What?
What?
No.
Pizza
Where
Ranch.
are you from?
Pizza Ranch. Okay,
What fucking pizzas are you going to, man?
in Iowa, there was a Pizza Ranch with a small basketball court in it. and it was literally one hoop, and it was like a 10 by 10 room, just filled with tons of basketballs and small children.
Yes.
Butch is 6'2". Butch is not a small child, so he's in the basketball room, and he's sitting there eating his food, and he looks over and he just sees the basketball room. He's like, "Yeah, fuck them kids. I'm gonna go dunk on all of them." So I walk in there, right, and I'm like shooting baskets, whatever. I'm like having a great time, and then I get a basketball, and this is maybe like my 15th shot, and I shoot a shot and just absolutely just fucking peg this one kid, and he just
use a different word.
Different word.
Absolutely clocked this kid with his basketball. Like he walks under the hoop and he just gets clocked. He gets fucking grilled, just absolutely demolished, just obliterated by this basketball. Okay, and he just collapses to the ground instantly. That's when I got worried. I'm like, oh fuck, I just knocked this random like 6-year-old unconscious with a basketball. I'm just trying to hoop, and I was just about to awkwardly back out where. As I'm leaving, my eyes pan towards the door, and I just see, as my eyes pan, these two adults standing in the window with this face of utter shock as they look at the corpse of the child on the ground, and then their eyes slowly pan and look at me. And I just look at them, and they look back at the corpse, and they look back at me. And then they just, like, storm in, grab a basketball, and then within about 10 seconds, it's all a dodgeball fight in the Pizza Ranch. Everyone had to get pulled out of the building. Like, these poor underpaid Pizza Ranch people had to come in and, like, with force, pull these parents out of the Pizza Ranch. And I just awkwardly stood there. I'm like, as I'm getting, like, assaulted by these parents, like, I was, like, half thinking, like, I'm gonna help this child. And I was half thinking, I'm gonna flee the scene before anyone catches me. Sadly, the parents were right there in the window watching. And the parents wanted fucking blood.
I've never heard that story, Brennan.
No problem.
I thought you were gonna say you started
throwback.
Pizza Ranch had no issue until one of the basketballs got thrown at the glass, and it made a really loud and very expensive sound. It didn't break the glass, but you could tell it was very close to. And some random Pizza Ranch employee was probably just like another Tuesday at the Pizza Ranch, and like had to go deal with it. There's my Pizza Ranch tale.
Why does everyone have weird stories about Pizza Ranch? Like, what is wrong with this place?
That is the second and last time I ever went to a Pizza Ranch. The first time I went to a Pizza Ranch, I just ate food. I'm like, wow, that was pretty bad. And the second time I went to Pizza Ranch, I knocked a kid unconscious and got in a fight. And was pushed out of the building.
Pizza Ranch really just brings out the worst in people.
We must return to the Hibbing Pizza Ranch.
Not me.
We have to go back to the Ankeny Pizza Ranch and see if they still have the ban on me or if it's been lifted after 9 years.
I was just in Ankeny, Brennan, like 5 hours ago. You should have told me. I would have checked it out for you.
I should see if the Pizza Ranch's still there, and if I walk in, if they're gonna just like not acknowledge me or be like, "You from like 9 years ago, I remember you. Get out of the building."
You're on the list.
You're on the list. Out of the Pizza Ranch.
They've got
Wait,
your
you were
picture on the wall.
6'2" 9 years ago.
What?
Butch is built different.
I'm built. Not different. I'm just built. Remember?
Oh yeah,
When
Butch
did
is
this
built.
happen?
I'm just built.
When did it
Giant-
happen? Butch?
Been in a Pizza Ranch in 9 years.
9 years ago was like, you were like, what, 9, 10?
9,
Yeah.
10?
Age,
Not
you were 9.
age, you were 9 or
years
10.
old.
Oh, I was about to say I was not 9, 10. That's really fucking tall. I don't remember. Yeah, I would have to be about 9 or 10 at that point. Yep.
And
It's
you were
okay.
6'2".
Parents
that is
assaulted you
unbelievable.
when you were 9 years old.
I fucking clocked this kid. I just absolutely deleted him. I mean, sure, I looked a little bit older than my age, but yeah, these parents like.
Well, if
Like,
you were
the-
6'2", you look a lot
Yeah,
older than your age.
Just Alt F4 his ass. Damn.
Yeah, immediately, like without hesitation, like the dad was like kind of chill, but the wife like walked in immediately, just kicked a ball into my direction, and then as I would like dodge that one, she was already picking up a second and was like winding up to throw that one. I'm like, oh my god, this woman is gonna kill me! Like I am gonna die in this Pizza Ranch mini basketball court while all these kids are watching, because there was like 15 kids in that room. Like, it was just packed full of kids. They left very quickly as this woman just went berserk on my ass. But yeah, Pizza Ranch. I wonder if they closed the basketball court after that and never came back to check. I have to go to Ankeny and see if the legendary mini basketball court of the Pizza Ranch still exists.
The
Gavin,
legendary Ankeny Crusade of 2020.
Gavin, are you busy tomorrow? We can drive down to Iowa.
Yeah, I have school tomorrow.
No, you
I
don't.
also have school tomorrow, but that's
Online
no issue.
school.
Online school.
You're
I
online,
can't
Gavin.
attend- I can't attend Rush Week online.
Yes,
It
you can.
is. It is
No, I can't.
school.
Bet.
Dude,
built
it's
different.
rush week this week.
Yep, this week is rush week.
It was rush week a month ago down here.
Shut up, Iowa State.
Hey.
Shut up, the.
Hey.
Hey, shut up. Anyway, Pizza Ranch stories. Who can top getting assaulted by an adult woman in a best?
I got
I
sick.
hold a world record, I think. Probably.
Oh, Pizza Ranch is made in Minecraft.
Right. I'm up
Wait.
to, what, 4?
Yeah.
Now,
Are they all
So-
like uniquely designed pizza ranches?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Most have signs, one doesn't.
I have a
They're
very
all
good
really nice.
image of
One
a
actually
Pizza
makes
Ranch in Minecraft now, and I want to look up a picture.
We can get you a picture.
Well,
We can get you a picture
There
later.
are online, except for maybe mine.
Oh,
Like,
yep.
I
exactly
wonder
what I
how
envisioned.
many Minecraft
it's
pizza
pretty
ranches there are.
amazing.
I looked at Pizza Ranch and I got Pizza Hut, along with
Nice.
the YouTube video recorded off of someone's
Yeah,
phone camera.
I've seen that one. I've done the research. I cannot find another one.
Ricky, you should call up Guinness and see if he can
It's like
clear the world
3K to get
record.
it. It's a
for that.
lot of money to get a record. It's actually stupid.
But you're guaranteed the record. Who else is gonna contest your Pizza Ranch? You will at least
You
for like
know
a minute.
someone will.
I know, but for at least for like a minute, someone will like. Until someone finds it, no one's gonna know that you hold a record, and then someone immediately is also gonna spend 3K and become the new record holder.
Not if
That's
I
true.
don't stop making them.
True.
On our Patreon, that is what we'll do. We'll start raising money
Patreon.
specifically to get them into the record book.
But if people know about the Patreon, they'll start competing instead of funding it.
No.
That's a
Good.
point.
I need the competition to drive me.
Make an OnlyFans for it.
OnlyFans, but it's just pizza ranches in Minecraft.
It's live streams of building the ranch.
Just get yourself some pizza simps and you're golden.
Sounds like that's what he's going for.
Pizza Ranch has fucked up all of us. Well, except for Ricky. Ricky's.
We had a spiritual experience on the way home from Pizza Ranch that one time.
That
I've
is
never
true.
had a spiritual experience at a pizza ranch.
Adam shat
Devin-
his brains out.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a positive
What?
experience. Sounds like no one had a positive experience at a pizza ranch.
We went
No.
45 minutes out of our way to get Pizza Ranch, and it didn't go well.
Yeah.
Adam, Sam
I
was
mean,
forced
it
to.
went fine for me and Isaac.
Sam was forced to eat 2 Toms. Adam
That was amazing.
Adam took Pepto Bismol, even though he had a 45-minute drive back, and
Yep.
proceeded to poop in multiple locations.
Yep.
Sam
Oh,
also
Walmart.
did.
Except the car. That was a good thing. That's probably my
Very good, very good.
The Walmart was a nice bathroom.
You know, I didn't know.
That's interesting.
Brennan, don't you say shit.
I really want to say shit about
Don't you
Ethan's
say
say
shit.
shit. Don't
Say
you say
shit.
shit.
Go for it.
I'm gonna say
Please
shit.
humor me.
Don't you say shit.
I'm
Humor
gonna say
me.
shit about Ethan and shit. Just
Oh,
because
no.
you said that, Ethan.
Oh,
Ethan, I was
no.
gonna say nothing until you told me to say nothing about Ethan
Yeah,
and
that's
shitting.
what I was worried about.
So, remember episode 2? Recall episode 2 where Brennan talked about his miserable trip with a bunch of degenerates in a minivan. Yes?
Ah.
You remember?
Uh-huh.
Yes?
I was one of
The
those
lore.
degenerates.
Ethan was one of the degenerates. I had to scissor my legs
Oh,
with his so we could fit in the minivan properly. This is the type
It
of
was quite
shit we
quite
had to deal with.
hot. It was very
He-
hot. I do
Where,
have to
where
say.
it was either I had to deal with the big fucking cooler and like the stove and stuff flying into me, or Ethan. I chose Ethan most of the time. But
Yeah,
anyway,
and you would
Ethan.
again, big boy, and you know it.
shut up, Ethan. I'm about to just ruin your night because Ethan, every fucking like 30 minutes, would be like, "Hey guys," and we'd be like, "Yes, Ethan." He'd be like, "I need to shit," and we'll be like, "Ethan, what have you been like? What has he been eating? He's been eating the same as us, and we're like eating nothing but like cold cut sandwiches. Like I don't know where he's manifesting this shit from, but he just always needed to take a shit every like hour, and then he would go to use the bathroom, and he would just be gone for like 45 minutes, and like I have no idea what happens. One time he almost missed the train. We're like, all right, we got there and we're like, you have 45 minutes to explore the town, and then you have to get back on the train. And as soon as we landed, Ethan's like, I really got to use the bathroom. And he went to the bathroom, and then like 5 minutes before the train was leaving, we're like, oh shit, like Ethan might legitimately miss the train because he's still using the bathroom. He didn't, or else that story would have been a lot more interesting.
It would have. Hey, and you know what? I have problems. It's fine.
It was only on the trip. I haven't noticed it since. It was just on that trip for some reason.
Yeah, and I've
had very prolonged and frequent shits.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Well, they're still prolonged. That's still a thing. But yeah, I agree. It was like for some reason, very high density of number of shits that I had to take during that week in particular, and I have no fucking idea why. Great questions.
Sorry, talk of shit just inspired me.
That's like
Did it
Adam.
happen on the way past Pizza Ranches, perchance? Like, you got a waft at it, and that's just kind of like what triggered it for you?
You know, that's very possible.
We tend to avoid Pizza Ranches because they're pizza ranches.
No, I tell you what it was. It was the fucking
Okay.
wall drug signs. Like every time we passed one of those, just
Those are the
something
best.
in me did not love it and was just like, all right, it's time to take a
No, it
shit.
was the
You're
thunder
disgusted by the
poops.
wall. You're
Wall
disgusted by the
drug.
wall drug signs.
It was
There's
the
so
thunder
many.
poops.
What do you mean?
When the thunder roared, so does Ethan's stomach, and he needs
Pretty
to shit.
much.
The thunder poops.
The thunder poops.
The
Exactly.
thunder poops.
Wait, the train. Are you talking the 1881?
Yeah, the 1880 train. It
Yeah,
Hi.
we went on the 1880 train.
was a good time.
That is a good time.
Yeah.
Ethan almost missed the ride back though.
Yeah,
Shitting.
I was taking a shit.
It's
I
like a
shit you
3-hour
not.
walk. You could make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't about to get in the minivan and drive there because it's the minivan and we were all miserable. So we weren't about to all get in the minivan and pick up Ethan.
So
Pretty
you
much.
guys
Yeah.
drove. You guys drove all the way across South Dakota with
Yeah.
way too many people in a minivan.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've done that one time in a good seat in a truck, and that was not fun.
Very.
Remember,
not epic.
it was 5 guys in like a 2004 Chrysler Town and Country minivan.
Very
You
epic,
guys are
yes.
dumb. Now that there's
Hey.
more context,
It worked great, except
it
for
did
the air
not work
conditioning
great.
and the
Yeah.
braking units.
It does not sound
Remember-
like it worked well.
Almost nothing in that van actually worked.
We were able to put up with it though, because we're men.
Barely. And my phone fucking broke while I was on the trip, which was
Oh yeah,
very
that's right.
epic. That
God
never
was not
fixed
a
Ethan.
God was not a fan of Brennan over the course of this trip.
Yeah, whenever I go on a camping trip, literally anything bad that happens on the trip happens to Brennan, which is great for everyone else and very not great for me.
You broke the charging port on your phone, which is USB-C. I still don't know how you did that.
Literally, Brennan just plugged in his phone to charge it off the van, and his phone was like, "Lamau, I'm broken now." I was like, "Oh, cool. Good thing I treated you with immense respect for the past year and a half."
I didn't know it was actually physically possible to break a USB-C port,
I
but
found a
Brennan,
way, I guess.
you found a way. You have completed my science experiment.
It works now. It still works, but I can't fast charge consistently. Very sad.
Once I get done with my chocolate experiments, the USB-C port is next on my list.
Don't talk about the
I'm not
chocolate.
a fan of that phrasing.
Long story short, I asked how many chocolate bars it would take to stop a bullet to make an effective bulletproof vest, and Ethan kind of spent 2 months figuring that out.
I did.
How
I went
much?
through well, that's the thing. I don't know. I went through 10 different equations, but none of them would take into account the fact that when you have more chocolate stacked on top of each other, it adds to the tensile strength of all the chocolate in front of it. So you need a variable model to actually predict how much chocolate you needed to stop a bullet. And I was actually legitimately going to start doing physical tests on chocolate with my
I was about to
physics
say,
teacher.
why not just
I was actually
buy?
about to start doing physical tests on chocolate with my physics teacher, and then Corona hit, and that put a stop to that.
Hell,
Question:
why not just do it
Answer.
yourself?
Would different types of chocolate affect it? So, like,
Oh,
would a
sure. It depends on the density of the chocolate.
Absolutely.
And
Dark.
the sheer strength of the chocolate.
70% dark chocolate.
Exactly. Especially if you have the little Hershey's bars that have that are designed to break into little squares. Obviously those are designed to fracture, so you're gonna have less overall strength. Do you want a full solid, fucking chocolate bar, right? And then, obviously the denser the chocolate, both the higher resistance it's going to have to a bullet and the higher added strength it's going to have by having more chocolate behind it.
Do you have a thesis as to which chocolate bar would work the best?
I did not get to that point because I didn't have enough. I didn't have enough data to tell you.
Wow, of course the dark one would get shot.
Oh,
See how
God.
it is.
Oh,
Well, I was doing my experiments on milk chocolate, so fuck you.
Why does it sound like something Gavin would
If you use
do?
any white chocolate.
What? No, why would you use white chocolate? White chocolate's fucking gross.
Yeah.
Ew.
Exactly.
Preach,
That's why you would choose.
preach.
Why would you
What
waste
is the
good
difference?
chocolate?
College
Same
professor
thing?
walks in
White
on Ethan with a
chocolate is awful.
Glock.
Yeah, right.
College professor walks in on Ethan just standing there with a Glock shooting slices of slabs of chocolate. What you got there? a science experiment. He's
Yeah,
just like
exactly.
It's my physics project for my grad.
Right. That's gonna be my capstone project for honors. Is I'm just gonna shoot fucking chocolate bars.
chocolate.
I
Today
will,
on this episode of MythBusters, Ethan shoots chocolate.
I will have an answer for you someday.
You better.
You'll come back on the podcast and we'll expect an answer.
Well,
You're
I
not
don't.
welcomed back until you solve this.
Oh, that's not very cash money of you.
Well, if you solve it within the hour, you'll be able to come back next week.
I've been displaced from the land of guns, so that's gonna be difficult.
I scared the
You're
gun.
in
I should-
Iowa.
I should say also the land of guns and where people don't give a shit what you do with them.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mhm. There we are.
Brennan, we'll conduct experiments in the Esco's backyard. It's fine.
Excellent.
You could use a
This is the
Nerf
guy that
gun.
stole the pig. I don't know if I told you that he stole a pig.
What?
I was never
Why?
told that he stole a pig. Is this which one was
I killed
this?
him with coin.
Ashton.
Family.
Oh, of course it was Ashton.
So, sorry, his name is now, Ricky.
I'll figure it
Also,
out. Yeah.
It's
Rick
Ashton
Rick
Kutcher.
is my neighbor, and he has super long hair, and he's a very awesome guy. Mega hick Rick. Didn't even plan for that. But anyway,
No.
they went to a mini golf course, not a living pig. Sorry to let you down, but they had statues of pigs there, and they just stole one of the pigs and then just nailed it to the side of their shop, like legs against it, and it looks super cursed and hilarious. So I'm like sitting in my dorm. This is like a week after I left, and I'm like, literally was thinking, I'm like, I wonder what everyone back in Delano's up to, and like on cue. Rick sends me this picture. He's like, "We stole a pig," and then just sends this picture of a pig statue just nailed to the side of a barn. I'm like, what the fuck?
So you have
Keep
the
in
chicken
mind-
and the pig.
Keep in mind, this is the same guy that took us to this barn in the middle of nowhere and gave us tannerite powder to shoot with 22s. So this is the kind of guy we're talking about.
I
Seems
stole
like a nice
a
guy.
pig.
But he was like, he was like, there were more there, but we didn't want to get caught. Maybe next week. I'm like, you better steal another pig. Fucking wipe this mini golf course clean of pigs. So some mini golf course is missing a pig somewhere.
Yeah,
Maybe
radical
more.
dude. I do have to say, quite an
Very
awesome
epic.
guy. Yeah.
Delano seems like a very
It's
Oh,
a really
that's like-
interesting place.
Land.
Here's the thing. So like, if you go any farther west, so we're about 45 minutes west of the Twin Cities. If you go any farther west, it's like hick country, USA. So but if you go any further east, it's like, the preppy rich suburbs immediately outside of Minneapolis. So you have this population that's about 45%, the wild hicks of the west, and about 45% of Disney high school preppies from the east, right? So in the parking lot, and about 10%
What
of
happens
kids who
to
don't
last
give a fuck.
10%?
Yeah, the 10% of kids who are like us who just don't give a fuck. But you are equally as likely to go into this parking lot and see, a brand new BMW M3 or a Porsche Boxster. You are equally as likely to see that as like a 1994 Chevy S10 with a wide body kit and a 6-inch lift. And
With
pretty
I
much,
would respect that lift more
Pretty
than
much-
that fucking BMW.
yeah, and nothing in between. Nothing in between. It was one or
Is
the
it
other.
like the hick machine, or like my parents have way too much money for me?
Exactly. Both of those types of people are very fun to mess around with. So it was a very interesting experience.
Sounds great.
Oh yeah, it was wonderful.
Delano, very epic.
Except for the chalky pizza, I would say it was a good time.
Did you guys ever go to that unhinged pizza place in Delano?
Oh, you know about Unhinged Pizza?
Dude,
That place was awful.
it's
How
ba-
dare you?
it is a pizza ranch, just renamed basically.
It's literally
Okay.
renamed Pizza Ranch. So
Yeah,
you
it-
just
It
you
used to
literally
be a
scratched
pizza
on
ranch.
Pizza Ranch. It used to be Pizza Ranch.
It
It's
used to be
literally
Pizza Ranch. They bought it out and then changed nothing. So
They
it's
literally just
basically
changed
still
the
a
name
pizza.
and the branding. It's literally still Pizza Ranch, except they make good dessert pizza.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Yeah, that was so good. But I had the same result as
Crazy
last
good
week.
chicken.
Crazy good chicken.
Oh boy.
That's their motto.
I've never had the chicken from there.
Well, I've got a trip for you.
Oh
They're
god.
cheaper than Pizza Ranch.
Uh-huh.
wait,
Isaac.
Just
what?
go to Corbin's and get the fucking
Correction, you pay per pizza here. It's a buffet, but it seems you pay per pizza.
Did you just say buffet?
Yeah, it's a buffet.
Yeah, it's a buffet.
It's a buffet, not a buffet.
It's a
Buffet.
buffet.
Yeah, there you go.
What destruction have I wrought upon the world? I am so
There you go.
sorry.
You mean buffets?
Buffet.
You
Remember
have
that-
made a mistake, my friend.
Remember that cinder block wall I was talking about earlier?
You made the mistake when you joined this podcast.
Yeah, that's fair
I
enough.
said, Ethan, you want to be a part of this podcast? You should have just said no.
Well, it's been a 10 out of 10 solid time, so
That's good.
That's
Yeah.
a 3 for 3 on people enjoying themselves here.
woo.
In more ways than
Woo.
one.
Don't make me think about that, man.
I'm making you think about that.
That gives me the big uncomfies, I'm not gonna lie.
That's the
You think,
point.
you think you're safe all the way over there in Iowa?
I think I'm the opposite of safe in Iowa, dude. I'm either gonna get shot by some redneck, or I'm gonna be prosecuted by the administration of the school for not wearing a mask while I'm trying to take a shit. It's gonna be one of the two.
You gotta hide behind the door with the mask off.
There's a fly on my monitor, and I can't
See,
kill
the-
it without squishing it
See-
on my screen.
Churchill, the big thing about Churchill is that there's just shirtless guys walking all the time.
Oh, I bet you like that.
There are
Shirtless
guys-
men.
I just see shirtless men walking up and down the street all the time. It's
Yeah.
very unflattering.
Yeah, like my grandpa.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
Shout out to Harry Grandpa.
Yeah, shout
Yeah.
out to my Harry grandpa who legit, like, someone has to die or get married for him to be wearing a shirt. Heck, his shirt came off, like, as soon as we exited the church for my confirmation, the shirt was gone.
The
Like,
shirt was gone.
shirt was gone. It's winter, and this old man is shoveling his driveway, no shirt. I don't,
He knows what's up.
He's
he
built
is
different.
lit in hair, but
He's built different.
he's built different.
What is wrong with Dylan? Oh man.
Oh, he was,
It's that
We didn't even
chicken.
scratch the surface. Like, if y'all's will have me back on this podcast some other time, like we
We
can
can
do
have a Delano
we
special.
can have a special episode of
Special.
Delano. Yeah, we have
You
He's
to
can
a-
grab some more of
chocolate
Butch's
mystery.
friends.
I'll
have-
get Colin.
Yeah,
get
we
the get the
Colin.
entire
Should I get the
van
whole
trip guy. Yeah.
Yeah, get the whole
Colin
trip.
did the whole
Yeah, the
bench,
whole
but he was very against it to the point that I wasn't even supposed to mention his name. So bleep it.
Okay.
He he doesn't want me to say his name in the podcast
I
because
mean,
he's a dweeb.
we really only need Colin, and we can cover everything.
Yeah,
So we'll be good.
bleep his name and just put "fuck you." Just flash those words up on screen. He'll probably never see it because he has no interest in this, but do it anyways.
Ricky,
he's
that's
lame.
you.
Yeah.
You get
next
Gavin?
Next time we gotta.
Oh
get,
yeah, can you get Gavin the
my
choco
God.
pizza guy?
Considering
If we
I never,
That'd be
Considering-
amazing.
considering I wish to never speak to him again, I'm gonna say probably not.
I could find a way
Aw.
to get Gavin.
Yeah,
He
just-
doesn't hate me. I could probably find a way to get Gavin.
Just go through Zach is probably your way to do that.
True.
What have
Okay.
I done?
Okay,
I'm very
I
good at assuring my own
I
destruction.
know
If you
a
have
lot
not
of
noticed.
very stupid people in Delano that I could definitely convince to join this podcast at some point in time. We'll have a Delano special where I just get like 7 people from Delano all on just to talk about dumb
It
shit.
could be like
How fucked
you
up our
and
school
one other
is.
person, and then it's just you guys talking about how bad Dylan is.
Yeah, it's just I being the voice of the podcast and just a ton of people from Delano. Be like, it's the Delano special, everyone.
Yeah,
What
absolutely.
you guys should do is you guys should each take our respective names and take our respective icons and pretend to be us the entire time.
I can sauce you some files.
That would be perfect.
Oh, absolutely.
All
All
right.
right. We're
To
at an hour
prevent lower
mark.
back pain, it is important to maintain flexibility in the lower back.
Jesus
and
Christ,
So,
Sam.
Jesus Christ. Do
I
we wanna
stopped
cover
it.
anything else? Do we want to go over an hour at all?
I
I
think
think
I think we're good. I think we've had a lot of good content.
I think this is.
Um,
I think this has been some great.
wait, we have to
quality
talk about the
content.
last one. It's
No,
not
well-
cum.
We'll get to that
pegging
next
and
time.
cum.
Oh,
we
we
keep
have-
putting it off.
Of no
Put it in
cum.
the
I
title
wanna cum
again.
so
More
bad.
clickbait.
Put
What's
it
No.
it?
No one is stopping you, Brennan.
It's gonna be like 7 episodes, and we're gonna be like the legend of the cum. It's finally happening. We
We're
just have
finally addressing why we put it here.
we just have to keep hinting, like in the comments, just after like in the description, after everything, just put the cum comes.
Damn.
It-
I got the question.
The cum is
the cum
coming.
is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for listening to our 3rd episode of the podcast.
That
Yes.
sounds right.
Yeah. Thank
And,
you. Thank you, Ethan, for coming on, and Diego. Yeah, you can.
Thank you to
can
our
take now.
sponsor, No One.
Yeah,
Shadow. No.
just
Pizza
special
Ranch,
thanks
sponsor
to-
us, please.
Oh yeah, hit us up.
Pizza Ranch.
Pizza Ranch, please contact us. We will. I know we talked a lot of shit about you, but you can tell we have lots of very fond memories of you, Pizza
Oh,
Ranch.
you have a special place in our hearts, to be sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
You are nice and cheap.
Someone does not know
And
4 months. of
someone's
Pizza Hut
dad
or Pizza
likes you.
Ranch.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like an explanation for that one.
Whose dad likes me? Like
No,
someone.
Pizza Ranch.
Why does some dad like
someone's-
Pizza Ranch? Oh, some.
Gavin.
Oh,
some
Gavin. Gavin's
likes
dad was
Pizza
a
Gavin's
rancher.
dad is a rancher. He is a
Dude.
full-on rancher.
It's a
Ranch.
shame.
Ranch.
Grade A rancher.
He was.
Rancher Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. If there was a Hall of Fame, he would be in it. Right next to
It's
Brennan,
actually-
the destroyer of children.
It's so disappointing.
And with that, thank you so much for listening to the Small Brain Small Talk podcast, and thank you so much for Butch and Ethan for taking time out of your
Butch is
day.
a host now.
What?
Everyone, welcome Butch, the new host.
Welcome
Yeah.
to our new.
Welcome
Host.
to our new
Welcome.
host.
Welcome to the
What's up,
dysfunctional
podcast?
I
hell.
feel so powerful. I'll be sure to not continue to keep this hell unorganized. I will keep it the shithole that it is.
Butch, take us out for the 3rd time.
All right, thank you for listening to the Small Brain Small Talk podcast. I hope you enjoyed episode 3 as we rambled about Pizza Ranch, Delano, and this stupid ass Ebo over here who can't think of creative gamer tags. Have a good day or night, everybody.